Palmos, mountain back to Atlantic Ocean, upon me hills to Pocondre, to educate, elevate, and promote. Yeah, focus on Liberia, for Liberia, Liberia, for Liberia, yeah. From Monday to Sunday, from Monday to Sunday, it's focus on Liberia. Talk about home affairs, hey, in diaspora, current affairs, hey, reliable information, history, ooh, talking about culture, yeah, politics, education, entertainment, yeah, business, sports, advertisement, articulation. Focus on Liberia. Focus on Liberia. Focus on Liberia. From Monday to Sunday. Focus on
At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia, and I am.
Well, good afternoon, Liberia. Good afternoon. This is your humble host, Michael Padmore. Thanks for joining us today. We are always grateful when you can take your time out to join us. Hopefully, we're going to have a great show today. We are joined by our producer in studio there in Monrovia on Kear Radio 95.9 FM. James, how are you? How are you this day, and how is Monrovia?
I'm fine, and Monrovia is very quiet and very busy as well. Yeah, so things are going fine, and I look forward to a wonderful show today.
Awesome. Yes, man. I look forward to Saturdays and connecting with you guys. I miss home very much. It's been several months since I was in Liberia. I'm looking forward to visiting pretty soon, and for us to do a show in studio.
Yeah, and that would be so exciting.
So hopefully we can make that happen. So what's all been going on, man? Is the president still away? I heard the president left for the U.S. for a summit and some other issues. Is he still away from the country?
Yes, he's still away, and he's staying in the States as per the executive mansion released prior to his departure. He's also participating in the UN General Assembly that is coming up next week. And so the president is still there making a case for Liberia and the Liberian people.
Okay, all right. I heard that they're supposed to be doing some sort of diaspora investment summit.
Yes.
I'm officially boycotting that summit.
Why are you boycotting the summit? I think, according to them, it's the first of its kind to be organized that the president will have to go to the people there. So I think it's a unique platform to voice out an opinion and then suggestion, recommendation, or even if you have issue with the government proceedings, that could be a platform to prefer your recommendations to the government or to the president, to improve on some of the things that they are doing in the country.
Yeah, no, that is true. That is true. And for those who will be attending, I would definitely encourage them to do that. There's a lot that needs to be done. Um, if I start listing to you the people that I know, Liberians and non-Liberians that have traveled to Liberia under their own finances, just to help the economic climate in Liberia, and they've been readily ignored. As a matter of fact, just yesterday, I was speaking to a lady who was talking about her friend who was a surgeon who had gone to Liberia to volunteer her services. This woman was ignored. Meetings were set up. People wouldn't attend the meetings. People wouldn't return her calls. I mean, and so many instances where that has happened. Before we start to sell Liberia, we got to clean up. We have to clean up. Yes. There's a saying that one of my mentors, I learned from him many years ago. He said, it's better to be prepared and don't have an opportunity than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. Liberia is not prepared. We're not prepared to sell ourselves. Liberia is a very rich country. Liberia is a very hospitable country. We are a very friendly people. We don't treat foreigners better than our own people.
So, and that is a fact.
Yes, we don't treat foreigners better than our own people. And and so when we are ripe for investment, but we have to learn how to sell our country, how to sell ourselves to the world, so that people will be excited to come to Liberia and to invest. And by investing, they will create jobs, and by creating jobs, they will create a middle class. And Liberia can once more boast of a middle class where people don't have to be begging for tuition. People don't have to be, begging for transportation. There will always be poor people. The Bible says that. Jesus said, he said there will always be the poor. So we're not saying that everybody will be rich, but at least a large majority of people will be able to afford. And once you can do that and the money is going around the country, the economy will start to move, and the industries will start to move, and you attract more people. A large part of the population are young people. I mean, that's our strength. We have to educate them. We have to teach them a sense of patriotism, and we have to keep them healthy. Those are the three. If you have a healthy workforce, you have an educated workforce, you can be Singapore within 10 years. It's already been done. You're not reinventing the wheel.
But we don't need to go to Singapore to look at what it did. Let's look at our colleagues in Africa. Let's look at Rwanda and the likes of South Africa, Kenya, even Ghana that is in West Africa with us.
Yeah.
So they are not, maybe they may not be the best, but their economy is growing.
Yes.
And you see the livelihood of the people infrastructure-wise, they are better than Liberia.
Oh,
Even
yes.
Africa Coast of yesterday.
Yeah.
Africa Coast, I mean, they can boast of better roads connectivity now. They can boast of infrastructure development. Even though there are political situations, that we have been hearing about. But, I mean, overall, the country has improved in the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And that is an undeniable fact. So we don't need to go to look at European countries, Asian countries, to look at what they did to follow that model. We have our brothers and sisters from Africa that are doing the very things that those countries in Europe and Asia are doing.
Yes.
So we can, and interestingly, we have our delegation, I think currently in Rwanda, that is doing some kind of study on some kind of other governance or some kind of policy review, right? So, I mean, those are things that are necessary for us to improve. But sometimes I can wonder, we spend a lot of money on these trips, these different study tours, and you name them, right? But the outcome, the results that we get, sometimes it just it comes back to your saying that It's better to be prepared for the opportunity when you don't have it than to have the opportunity then you're not prepared for it.
Yes.
So, and it seems like we want to we taking the steps, but it's in a very weak way, and we are being very laissez-faire. It would take it to be something ordinary, it's nothing. But the money that we spend on the DSA, the lodging, the airline tickets and things, that money, if we are keeping it or if we are investing that money in other sectors, it will do something better. But we said no. Okay, let's go on these, steady towards to at least initiate some reforms in governance, some reforms in some sectors of our country. That is very good.
Yeah.
But what will be the problem is you go to these countries, but then after 5, 10 years, we are still on the same level, doing the same old thing. And one frustrating part will be is that when another government comes to power, they will initiate their own steady tour.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's very interesting because everybody wants to prove something. And that should not be the case. So, like you're saying, we have to be the one to project our country outside. We have to be the ones to put Liberia first and say, look, whatever we do, however we do it, let's bear in mind that if we don't do it now, nobody's going to do it for us. Americans will not develop our country for us. The Ghanaians will not do. Nigerians will not come and do. Even the Russians, who people are running to now, I see other African countries running to Russia, they will not develop your country for you.
No, they won't.
Maybe they'll provide maybe resources or avenue for you to develop your country, but they cannot come and tell you, say, look, go build road in Sagna, go build road in Babulukan. They will not do it. So they will provide the avenue for you or the resources for you, but you have to be intentional that we want this to be done in 2 years, and let it be done in 2 years. The issue of people cutting and crossing, getting their kickbacks and things is really bad for us. Even today, we hearing that there are senators in Nima County currently, they are trying to meet the management, have a closed door meeting with the management of Asila Mita on its, the renewal of its, I think, MDA.
Mm-hmm.
The people are already crying for the crying on Asila Mita that they are now living up to their social corporate responsibilities. Then the lawmakers themselves are pushing allegedly to approve that tier MDA. So you know what it means? We're gonna get our resources to the people, for example, and they'll be giving us peanuts. And we're so complacent these days that as soon as they give you 1 2 or even give you $1 million, we say yes, the people doing well, the people build 1 or 2 houses in the area, or they're doing well. And in fact, look at the road, we now have any hospital here. I mean, are you kidding me? You look at the poor facility in Canada, you see how well structured and built it is. You even cry for Liberia. So I mean, these are just issues that are happening. I hope that as the people are crying and calling on the government to listen to them, I read a post from one of the Nima County senators, Senator Yatuan, right?
Yeah.
Speaking about what contract or agreement they want to do. Its issue is, if you want us to renew the agreement, show us what you have done with the one who gave you first.
Mm-hmm.
And if you cannot prove to us that you deserve the third one, we cannot give it to you. And that is just simple logic. If you cannot prove to Liberians what you have done with the first, almost like in the Bible, like they say, right? They give the first man the first cent, the second man 2 cents, 3 cents. You went, instead of investing or doing more of that money, you take it, the other man take it on, you kept it on the carpet. And when the master can say, oh, you give me $1, so that $1 here. So I mean, you are now a productive servant.
No.
So that's the same scenario with Asila Mito. If they cannot, prove to the senators or the people that we have done more than what you asked us to do, and we deserve this, then I think there should be no need to approve. And if we do it, I'm sure that the people of Nima will react in a manner that not be too favorable for the government.
Yeah.
But it's something that is developing. And we hope that our government and relevant authorities can look into it and put the interests of the country first over individual interests or party interests.
Okay. Yeah. Well said. Well said. Let me throw something at you. Because I believe that I've been around longer than you. So one of the things, this notion that we have as Liberians, that when we see concession company, we should have a long list of things that we want. Maybe this is this message, and maybe this is the sign that is being sent to us that we need to stop that. When you come to the country, if you come to do mining, to do iron ore, you do your iron ore. You come to do your gold, you do your gold. You come to do your rubber, you do your rubber. We sign an agreement, certain percentage come to us. Finish. We need you to build hospital, we'll build our own hospital. We need you to build clinic. We need you to build school. The portion of the portion from your mining that is due Liberia, give it to Liberia. We will build our own hospitals. We will build our own schools. We will build our own roads. Because every single time we enter into these agreements with these people, it never turns out the way how they ready. Even when they build something, either it will not last or it will be substandard. Where have you gone in the last 20 years, 25 years, where they tell you, say, oh, the school that so and so concession built, that's a top school, that one of the top schools in the country. No, it's everyday Liberians, private citizens that open school, where they put say, oh my man, you send your daughter to so and so school, yeah, she will learn. It's not even like that. Like how it used to be before. It's not like that anymore. So maybe Liberia has reached to that point where we need to stop asking concession companies to do things for us. Give us our share, our fair share of what is us, what is ours, and we will build our own things. That's what we need to start pushing. Because these people, they didn't come to develop the country. That's not their purpose. They came to do business. When you start to add other things to their plates, then they start finding some way to do things. That one when you tell a seller, say, oh, you need to pay horse. You need to pay horse for your workers. They put the worker in container. Because they feed another job. I live in America. God bless me. Thank God. When new company open up here in my city, you think they can pay her? No. They expect the community to already be ready for that. And they will just hire people. When they hire you now, you save your money, buy your own house. That's how it works. But anyway, somebody said something to me yesterday that it really shook me. The person said, do you know that the babies that were born when Ellen Johnson became president are now the voters of today?
They are.
I had never put that together. The guy said those are the people that are voting today. Those are the young people that are voting today. They were born when Ellen Johnson became president. Time is fleeting, and we can't keep postponing things. Liberia is far behind. I remember when we used to make fun under the Sierra Leonean people. We used to make fun under the Ghanaian people. They put at least Sierra Leone, Ghana, Guinea, or Nigeria, you name it. They can't Liberia to make better left. We used to make fun under them. Say, oh, when you go for Sierra Leone money, you can get rest bear with you. At that time, the Liberian US rate was 1-to-1. Can you imagine? Liberian and US rate were 1-to-1. As a matter of fact, you should be walking on the street, you'll find US coin, 25 cents. You'll find it on the street. Yes. Liberia never used to have paper money. Liberia only used to have coins. You know, all the paper money in Liberia were US. And the paper money was floating all over the place. Anywhere you turn, you find US. You know, when I was a kid, I used to go to this place in front of finance, Monte Carlo, to go play game. The only money the machine used to accept that was US quarter. But at that time, nobody never taught that process. Like, you know, it was like nothing. Now today, when people tell me, say, oh, the rate, people are happy that the rate is 170, 180. I tell them, I say, when I was a young boy, we were 1-to-1, and nobody cared. Tell you about it, 1-to-1, nobody cared. You know? But it's great, man. Today we're gonna have a good show. Welcome everybody. Welcome to our Saturday collaboration, Focus on Liberia, with Kear Radio 95.9 there in Liberia. We are here today. We have our reporter is out today. He is in Capemount, in King Jaw, and he's going to be connecting with the people there. He's visiting the B Mountain community area. He wants to find out. I think you guys can remember, like 2 years, I think it's been about 2 years now since the protest in King Jaw, where the police station was burnt. And I mean, the citizens there were really disgruntled. We want to find out what has happened since that time. What changes have been made? How are the people faring? How are things with the community leaders? And you know, and just how people are doing in Capemount. We'll also talk about the bombing road. You guys know the president farm is in bombing, and so on the weekends he goes up to bombing to visit his farm. So we'll see the road that the president travels on. And then, you know, we can discuss that and just how things are. So we're waiting to connect with our reporter there in Capemount. They are setting things up. We're going to be speaking with a couple of community chairmen in King Jaw. And you know, the floor is open. If there anybody else in the area that wants to join the conversation, just let us know. We'll extend our mic to you, and you can join. And the Saturday show is to hear from Liberians. You know, it's not for us. Whole week we're on here, we're talking plenty, but Saturday is reserved for Liberians. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you on things that are going on. So as we wait for our reporter, James, what the rest press today, my man? What are you guys rate for? What are you guys rate today? Let's talk about the rate for.
So I changed money for $880 for $5 US. Yes. So
okay.
That should be around 176.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So that's the rate. So it's gradually climbing. It's going back upward again. So yeah, that's the rate today.
Wow. And what's the rest press out there, man? What the rest? Are you rest press ways?
I've not bought rice for a while, but last time I had a survey about that on one of my programs that I have, and someone told me that the rice was being sold for 2,800,
okay.
2,900 around there. Yes.
All right. Let me ask you the question because I want to ask somebody. All right. When you say the rest press 2008, that they only get one red press. They only get one kind of rest in Liberia, or they get different kind of red with different kind of presses.
So, as far as I know, the rice prices, they have the 25 kg bag of rice. Mm-hmm. So, and no matter except when you have the American rice, mm-hmm. that is I think they sell it for a little higher price.
Okay.
But for this, I think the Indian parboiled rice that normally people normally eat. Mm-hmm. is around that amount, okay. 2,800, 2,900, like okay. that. So the only rice that I know that has a higher price is the rice that's imported from America, the okay. American rice. Yes.
All right. So there's kind of a flat line price across the rice importation, unless you're importing from Liberia now. But if you import, if they're the everyday rice that everybody can cook and stuff like that, it's kind of the same price. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's good. That's good. Because I was asking the question because I remember before I left Liberia, they had long grain, short grain, they had butter rice, they had broken rice, they had all kind of rice there, my man. We used to eat in that place. So now we used to miss the rest. You know, when the one barrel get low, then you add it to the other one. We used to miss the red and say, my man, everything's about the season. Everything's about to get up. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm seeing here my Memphis Electronic is informing me that 1 ounce of gold is up to $3,698, and 1 ounce of silver is up to $42. Yeah, those are US dollars too. So yeah, man. Things are happening. Things are happening in Liberia. Do you guys do you guys, what's the availability? Let me put it that way. What's the availability of the Liberian currency on the market? Is it there? Are you noticing a shortage, or is it available?
Is scarce for now because the last time I had to walk some distances because the guys who were on the road who normally I go to change my money, they would tell me that they do not have liberty at some point in time. So sometimes for in the morning hours, so let's say the evening hours, that's the time people normally change money. But when we go after that, people tell you that they don't have money or the US finish, the liberty rather finish, and they don't have liberty. You have to go to the next place. I remember I think it was last week or the week before last. I went through that situation and I nearly got embarrassed because I got it on the keke. I forgot that I did not have much liberty on me, so I got it on the keke, to go to the next place. But then when I got there, I looked in my wallet. I noticed that only the years that I had. So I went quickly to the nearby bureau to change my money. But then he said no liberty, so I had to walk 3, 4, 5 places. I begged the guy. I even had to pay him for the time I wasted and all. So I went through that situation. But I think for the past 2 weeks, the Liberian dollar has been a little scarce on the market. And people will tell you they don't have sufficient liberty. And because of that, that was the reason why, that was one of the reasons rather, why the rate dropped to that extent. Yeah, but I think it's gradually going back up. I interacted with one teacher today. He said the rate is gradually increasing. I said, okay, but they cannot tell you why, because they do not understand. They too do not understand why they say like that.
Wow. Okay. Well, once again, welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. Today, our reporter is going to be out in Grand Capemount County. He traveled there, went through Douala to Bombing, went through Bombing, hit Grand Capemount, and kept going till he hit King George. So he's not only in Grand Capemount, he's not in Robertsport. We didn't say into the city, we're saying to King George, where you have the Bee Mountain concession area, and that's where he's at right now. And so we're going to be speaking with him here. But before we do so, I want to play for you all a short video. So let's go to the video, and then we'll come back to our reporter. Let's see if we can get that.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it.
I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
My name is James Leeway from Grand Capemount County, to be precise, King Joe. The security setup to the police station is very poor, and since the police station got burned, we don't have good security setup here. Everything just vulnerable here. So for now, we're calling on the government or the representative of the county, at least, to help to do the renovation of the police station, to be able to help the citizens, because we have a lot of criminal rate here. In the morning when people going to work, people jump on them, taking their phone. Yeah, so we're going on a lot of challenges here. So we're calling on the Liberian government at least to help us to do the renovation of the police station.
I'm Alaji Bele. I was the dean elder of this town. But I resigned, I sent in my resignation about 5 days ago. Remember, I said I decided to resign from my post because of the rudeness in the town. But sometimes if we have security here, we can able to curtail the rudeness. We don't have security now. The police are in this fence there. If something happened there, you ready to call them, you call them by phone sometimes over and over. Criminal rate is too high now. Very high. Even if you can wash your clothes and leave it on the land, you can't find it the next day. Okay. You're walking on the road, they get your phone. We are asking government to secure us. I'm not saying not only to renovate the police station. We're asking them to renovate the police station, and they should secure us. Because we told them that now, of course, we were demonstrating, let's say protesting, but now we promise them that Kinjo will be peaceful. So at this time, Kinjo is still peaceful. The only thing we need them to secure us. We are also human beings. They don't say, and this is a mining area.
Okay, there you go, people. So there you have it. That was a short video, just from residents of King Joe. Now, hopefully, we can go live here to our reporter. Sir, are you there? You are muted. Can you hear us? Okay. All right. So, sir is still getting set up. We have a live feed.
Yes, I'm getting people.
Okay, great.
I hope I'm clear as well.
Yes, you are clear. Why don't you introduce yourself to the audience here? Okay, we're not hearing you.
Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to our listening audience on Radio Land and those that are watching from the diaspora and Liberia and other parts of the world. I'm South Austin Marriage Union. We are currently in Grand Capemount County.
All right, stop. Hold on 1 second. We are getting some feedback from in the background.
They were in terms of mining, where one of the oldest mining companies.
We are getting some feedback from in the background. So we are not hearing you very clearly. Yeah, we are getting some feedback from the background, so we are not hearing you very clearly. So so if you want to relocate, let me know. So that we can be able to hear you better. Okay, so that's our reporter there, Asa Mbayo. He is out in Kinjo. He's just gonna do he's just gonna shake up himself a little bit so that we're able to receive him clearer and maybe to reduce the background noise, so that he can we can have a good show and our audience can hear us clearer. Um, so as we wait for him, as you guys know, Kinjor is the seat of B Mountain. B Mountain is the concession area there in Capemount, where they've had a lot of issues with the residents, the community, um, and so we want to find out now, presently, how are things going with them. So once you have relocated, and taking away some of the background noise, let us know, and we'll definitely, you can go ahead and unmute and talk to us on what exactly are we seeing. Okay, so we'll keep trying to work on SAR on the process. As you guys know, internet in Monrovia is challenging. So you can
I
imagine.
guess
Okay,
I
SAR,
guess
can you hear me?
the
Okay.
background is much better now.
Yes, it is. Go ahead.
Okay, so again, let me say good afternoon to those that are following from Radio Land and those that are watching from the diaspora and all over Liberia. Um,
All right. We lost him for a second there. We lost him for a second. It seemed like it was really good before. I hope it's not the location. Um, but we'll keep watching. We'll try to get Sar back on to talk about it. Um, but the video was out there. James, you remember what happened at Kinjaw? You remember the protests that happened, and I remember that the video of the police station on fire, which was very significant. I think for me that was the most serious action that day from the people. Um, from the people. What do you remember about that day or about that happening?
The anti-drug protest
Huh? Yeah, the Kinjaw protest. The Kinjaw protest. The
or the King
Kinjaw
John
protest.
protest.
Yes.
I remember there were several people who were injured, young people particularly, and there were reports of people who died as well as a result of that. And like you said, a police station got burned, and that was very violent. The government had to intervene swiftly because young people could not withhold it. According to what we heard, they have been agitating for long. They have been crying. They have been calling on people to come to their aid or to intervene in the situation. But there were not many positive responses from their leaders, so they decided to take on their own actions by moving in, and move in to protest that kind of way, and it became very violent with some police officers and the citizens there.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember it was a scary time. I know a couple of people that actually they work at B Mountain. I know a driver who drives a truck at B Mountain. I'm not calling him. I don't want to bring him into this. But yeah, and it's it was tragic. We were really interested. Sai's gonna try and rejoin us. He said he had a little internet glitch. He's gonna try to rejoin us. But we're really interested in seeing what has happened in King George since then, as well as how the people are doing. How the people are doing is so important. It's so important. Um, but anyway, as we do that, so man, I hear that we'll continue to talk current events until we get Osar back on. So what's this thing I hear about Musa Ability feeling targeted on his businesses, feeling targeted by the government and his storage facility and all this. What's been going on? What's in the news about that?
That is due to the recent decision of the LPRC to reduce the storage fees at the terminal there at the LPRC. So they reduced it from 35 cents to 20 cents. And that triggered the statement from Musa Belete. I think he has some share in the Shumex Oil and Gas Company. And as a result of that, he came out with that statement. But some of the things he been that was unfairly done, and it did not meet the consensus of the storage operators. And also, he said that the LPRC does not have the legal cash or like issue levy taxes on such goods or issue or materials. So they have been going from back and forth about that, and that came from a recommendation from the Senate Committee on what didn't he say Waste, Means and Finance. The Committee on Waste, Means and Finance that has been headed by Grand County Senator Prince Moi.
Yes.
Yes, and according to them, they did an assessment, and after the study or survey they did, and that was done to save the government some money, to generate some funds rather, to collect more revenue, and that will be, if that is done, if the new fare is implemented or enforced, the government will generate about $9 million per year annually from that initiative. And they said that will be going towards to purchase the yellow machines, that they talked about, remember? Yes, because that is why one of the things we saw in there as part of the list of activities, that not list of activities but list of items that I know they are generating money for.
Okay. All right. Sai is with us. Sai is back with us right now. So we'll go back to Sa. We'll have that. We'll continue to have that discussion. At a later date here, or later time here. But let's go back. Sa, are you there? Are you properly positioned now?
Yes, yes. I'm getting you clear. I don't know if you actually getting me too as well. The
I'm
network
getting
sound
you. I'm
is
getting
bad.
you. You need to up the volume a little bit, but yes, I'm getting you.
Okay, so we are at the VIP Intellectual Forum here in Kinshasa and Grand Capemount County, where B Mountain is stationed. So we have the CDC Youth League chairman of Grand Capemount County chapter here, and some youth leader of the Kinshasa community as well that we will be interacting with.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. Whenever you are ready, go ahead and lead the way. You can definitely approach them. They can make introduction, and we can hear from them. What's been going on in Kinja.
So, okay, we will be joining the chairman of CDC Youth League chapter, Mr. Siafa, and shortly. Let me ask if okay.
Okay.
Let me take the microphone to him already. Chairman, good afternoon. Chairman Chenika. Good afternoon, Augustine. Good afternoon.
You guys need to be a little bit more audible. We're not getting you clearly.
Okay. Yeah, you get yours clear now.
Okay. He can go ahead and introduce himself.
Okay, so for the audience, you better introduce yourself, please.
Okay, my name is Shafa Manoba Jenaka, and I hail from both Bongo and Grand Capemount County. Flag about tribe, my nationality. So that is who I am. served in
Sir, hold on one second. James, are you getting him
Congress of
there?
Democratic Change,
I'm not getting this guy. Okay, good. Okay.
where I served in various capacities. I also served in both the private and public sector, where I last worked as at the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. I resigned and had to go at the Capitol building as chief of office to District Number 3, Grand Capemount County, where respectfully fighting. Now, I've been here in Kinjo for over a year now.
How is Kinjo since the most famous protest? Been 2 years now since the protest. How is Kinjo?
Yeah, Kinjo has been relatively calm because the people choose to make it calm because we as citizens choose to make it calm. So relatively Kinjo is very much calm as we speak because we are more now involved with peace building, reconciliation, and try to handle matters on our own matters of concerns of development, matters of benefits for ourselves. So we're more engaged into peace building, making sure that these things that have not been met, we try to make them work. Yeah, so that's how Kinjo is right now.
So
How is the job situation there?
Now, one of the panelists asking, how is the job situation here in Kinjo with the people?
And so, firstly, though the mountain is, as you are aware, government make a pronouncement through one of its regular press briefing that the mining sector is where government heavily depends on in terms of raising revenue. And with that, many Beer Mountain is one of those, mining institutions that are heavily contributing to the survivability of our government. So, but what we cannot do as Cape Mountaineers, what I will not do is to politicize any activity when it comes to Cape Mount. I'm more involved with what is good for Cape Mount than to politicize any other activities in Cape Mount. So I believe that the county must succeed, the district must succeed, as well as the country must succeed. So relative to the question as per the job situation, before the coming in of the current town chief, Honorable Musa Masali, there were always redundancy, in terms of job creation here because the people here depend solely on Beer Mountain to survive because most of whom were relocated from where the actual gold mine is to this place, the 150 acres. So all of what our people has been depending on has been job. So there has been always redundancy, but since you took over, we have not experienced any redundancy during the rainy season. It has been an increment in terms of job opportunities. But are the people, is the job enough? Or are those jobs enough for the people? We say no. There are more that needs to be done, yes. And under the job creation, we also has been having tete-a-tete and series of discussions with the company D Mountain. And what we realized over the years was that for every time there are conflicts here, for every time there are violence, for every time there are uprising here, you always realize that individuals benefit at the expense of the ordinary people. So we have said to our people that we must not focus again in terms of violence, but we must be more engaged, in terms of handling the matter on the round table where we disagree to agree to disagree. But at the final analysis, these things that matter to the people must be met. So the issue of job creation, yes, there hasn't been any redundancy this year, last year to this year during the rainy season. And we hope that it will continue, that there will be no redundancy done for our people. So there has been series of job facility opportunities for the locals, but it has been mostly involved with skills. And in Kinjo, most of our people here are not skilled, most of whom that are residents, that are residing here, do not have that skills, that qualification to be, for example, truck driver, for example, crane operator, excavator operator, and name those yellow equipment, as they have been mining on the mine. And so, but we have been engaged in management to make sure that they be more involved with training, because if you train our people, because most of them when jobs come here, the locals here do not receive the jobs because they are not trained to do jobs. So you always find out that people have to go out to people from Freeport, people from Buchanan, people from Yekepa to come and work here instead of the people here benefiting from the actual job on the ground that has been provided by the company. So we have been engaged in management, that management should be more involved with training process, and those training process at least we be able to equip our women and men here that are vulnerable so that they can have an opportunity to.
So let me ask you. So is the
The
B
issue of job is something that
so
we're working on.
is the
To make
B
sure that
Mountain management engaging with the people?
One of the concern the host is asking is the B Mountain themselves, their leadership, engaging with the people of King George.
Yes, we have there's a department called the Community Relations Department, and that Community Relations Department is responsible to deal with the issue of the locals on the ground, and that of to be the middleman between the people. But is everything okay with our people in terms of those engagement? No, all is not okay. Are there more needs to be done? Yeah, there are more needs to be done. There should be more engagement, because the more you engage the people, the more you talk to them, the more you understand their plight, the more you understand what is affecting them, the more you work on solving some of those issues. But this leadership under the township, the current township and the RAP chairman, Musa Masade, and that of Kenan Samola, we are more engaged with engaging management than than the team coming to engage us. So, but again, it has been fruitful. Those conversation has been fruitful. But are they coming the way we expected to come? No. Are they delinquent in terms of the implementation? Yes, they are delinquent, but there are other things that are happening. There are other areas that we have engaged in, and it is working for the community. Like the issue of the job, we have said to management that there should be frequent job opportunity for those that are here that do not have the opportunity, because the people here must be given the first preference in terms of job opportunity, and for that, management is working towards that. So most of the jobs are
What district?
Security.
Yeah, go ahead.
Security. Upon our arrival here, we noticed there is no police station. During the time of the protest, protesters angrily burned down the police stations. Now, King George is growing bit by bit every day. Let's talk about security. How is the security situation here in King George of the people?
The security situation here is a challenge, but one of the good things that Kinjo have been able to do as a people and community is that we have been more of a security of ourselves. And, being depending on the national government to come in to be able to handle the security matter of our survivability and our livelihood. But we regret that the police station was burned down. We think when there are issues, we must be able to engage. That is why now the people of Kinja are more engaged in a roundtable discussion when we are heard. What brought some of the issues that led to the burning, which we condemn as a community, is that when people complain to you, when people recommend to you, when people say things to you, you must be able to try in your way as management and company to be able to adhere to do some of those things that are affecting the people. But when you pay no attention, and when you don't do what the people want, what will be beneficial to them, what will ease their emotions and tension, that alone can blow out of proportion. So we have said to them, when people complain to you, be fast enough, contact the community relations and contact the management so that we can sit, and be able to talk. If we say we depend on government to do these things for us, no, they won't, because most of our officials of government, I'm not trying to accuse anybody, but most often when there are issues here, they are more involved with seeking their personal issues than the issues of the over 20,000 human beings that reside here.
Like the representative.
What district?
don't wanna
What
be
district are we in? Who is the
and
representative?
I don't want to dive into that, but they are more concerned of their personal interest than that of the interest of, because we have written under this new leadership of Kinjo, the community is more engaged with sending communications when they are affected. And when these communications go, we see copy almost all of the lawmakers, the county caucus, government agencies, ministers.
What district is that? And who's the
that are
lawmaker for that
responsible
district?
for mining. But some of these things are not looked at. And so we are more involved now. We handle the issue by ourselves on our own with management, where whether it hurt or not, but let's sit with them, let's talk to them so that we can find a remedy. So the issue of security is a major concern, and we've been talking to B Mountain to make sure that they help us to be able to revamp, renovate, and put up to standard the police station there, because the crime rate is increasing. We just did a communication. The drugs, usage of drugs and distribution is on a high increase in Kinjo. The consumption rate of illegal and narcotic substances has been on the increase, and it is causing more harm to our community. And of recent, we see that people going to work at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and they've been robbed. And we think that it is something that warrant a national security concern. But the community is handling something. We just had a meeting with the Community Watch Forum. So we are beginning to handle these things. We communicated with the Laboratories Enforcement Agency and the Joint Security and even B Mountain to help so that we can be able to galvanize forces to be able to demolish some of those ghettos, hideouts, and those distribution lines that are affecting our community.
So, sir, please ask him what district are we in and who is the representative?
We are in 2 different districts here. We are in electoral district number 2, Grand Capemount County, and administratively, we are in Golakone.
And
Okay. So who is the representative?
Mohamed Dosi is the representative. Just before we divert into national issues, because I know he's from the opposition political party, he will want to speak about the current issues in governance. What is it that the representative is saying about these issues, the security, the health, and education? Have you guys engaged in lawmaker?
Well, before going there, there are a couple of security frames here, security services here, rendering security to the mine, and it is one of those. It's one of those livelihood restoration projects that we got with B Mountain. So, like we've been hearing rumors, and I've been asked a couple of questions as to whether B Mountain has brought in, live dogs.
Yeah, the security dog
to take care of the mine. And I want to categorically state for the record that there hasn't been anything of such on this mine. Our people are working. Most of those security men and women have been recruited from here. They work on the mine. We have 2 different security frames here, security services here. We have the silver security, which is part of the community restoration. And we also have the Navo security. They are owned and operated by the community itself. So these people provide maximum security on the mine, and they employ the locals from here. Though the wages, this is a mining area, so more people want to make more money, but the wages is kind of but again, everybody want to work on the mine, but there are enough of security here. Even you go Banglaman, there are security frame there by the community there. You go Gugwema, you go to Wiju, you go to Nablama. These are areas, Gokiam. They are providing their own security for management. So if you say that management will bring in dogs, meaning you have to level over 1,000 or 2 of Liberians that are residing in Cape Mount, you'll be putting out of job, which is not true. But when these things are happening, we tell you that they are happening. But when these things are not happening, sometimes it has the propensity to create a doubt cloud for even our community. And so, so that's the question you asked. Well, we have been engaging the caucus, the 5 of them. We have 2 senators, 3 representatives. All of the communications that we do here in Kinjo, under the new leadership, where we talk about, continued engagement roundtable discussion, finding solutions, disagree to agree, agree to disagree, finding solutions to our problems here. We've been engaging them, but have they been full in responding? I want to categorically state for the record, no. A few of them, like we've been speaking to Senator Taylor. Yeah, he has tried a little bit, but again, for the other side, Senator Daba, yes, she has engaged a couple of times, but I think so far so good that I can speak for. These are people that when we engage, they give us positive feedback, and when they have conversations, they let us know that these conversations are ongoing. But again, they say, the other side is stubborn, so we gotta give you time. So that is how it's been. But again, on the overall generalization, the caucus in majority are not doing anything. They're not responding to some of those communications.
Okay, so let's talk some national. Before we go to the next gentleman, let's talk some national politics here. So you are from the opposition CDC. What was your thought? You guys, we all watch your party headquarters being demolished, and the former president says he's on his way back to Liberia, and seditions are energized. How are you guys over there in Cape Mount? How are you guys responding to that?
I've been stationed here for over 1 year, but again, I am one of the political leaders of Cape Mount. We make decisions when it comes to our political party, and I can shy away from being a citizen. I am a citizen by blood, by practice, radicalization. My life belongs to the people's movement. So politically, I'm attached to the CDC, and I can apologize for that. I got no cure, I got no medication for whoever might think that why do I be a citizen? I don't got medication for you, I got cure for you. So I am a citizen, I'm a proud one. And I can say that I'm a professional person as well, who did public administration. And I'm also a master candidate. So being a professional person, I also have a political side, and that side is the CDC. Now, when it comes to the demolition of the political party, I think that it's been more political than legal. And when you politicize, some of the things that Liberians have problem with, the 17,000, that separated the political landscape during the election, they were just fed up because of some of those things that they thought was wrong, and one of which has to do with, I still recall when Unity Party was evicted, though CDC was not the major player, but a couple of partisans were happy that they were being, evicted. I don't know evicted, whatever the case was, but I think that rain expired and they had to leave the soil of that. But Liberians saw it as a mockery, They saw, and sometimes people need to understand, when you hurt the feelings of individuals, Liberia is not just about the putting up of the gigantic structure of the building of the gigantic hospitals and other things. What should be more paramount that government should be more involved with should be the bread and butter issues of the people. In terms of reducing the price of rice, in terms of reducing inflation, in terms of providing livelihood for the people, and having a middle class, trying to elevate the people, from a more poverty, striking level to a middle class where people can begin to earn, providing more job opportunities. And so when you are focused more on demolition of the party headquarters, and those are even voted you, including the 17,000, they get jetted, they get inferior, they get angry. Why it said that we gave our vote, on the basis of wanting to, on the basis of wanting things, then you're more involved, and in the demolition of CDC headquarters. It doesn't make sense to me. Over 20 years we are occupied. Was it at the issue of delinquent in rent payment? No, the party were paying her rent. we were on time. But then it was a legal issue between two families. One say I'm in charge, the other one say I'm not in charge. Now my man left there. My man left with a man. He died, and so I had the right. So the thing was the legal process. So we thought that they should go through the legal process. Whoever that the Supreme Court, the arbiter of justice, we say you are the legitimate owner. We deal with you, but in that there was too many politics. But I think it was wrong on the part of the government. They should have gotten involved. They should have just left it with the legal issue and the owner. But that was wrong, and they will be paid. The consequences will be as a result of 2029, presidential election.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please remind us who you are again. Your full name and then your position, so that for our audience, before we let you go to the next person.
Okay, so my name is Siafa Manoba Jeneka. Like I said, I'm from both Cape and Bombing, and I'm a Black Global tribe. And I am currently transitioning from the youth league to another area in the CDC, occupying another position in the CDC. But I'm a star of the CDC here in Grand Capemount County, and I'm also an eminent son, of King George. When it comes to decision making here, we are part and parcel. We guide our people in terms of making the right decision. But we want to speak there before I turn it back over. I just want to speak to the mountain that they are partners to us. The people of King George embrace the investment. We are very eager. We hold on to this investment as our baby, because if there is no investment here, the survivability of our people stay at risk. And so we are asking the mountain to be more involved with our engagement, to continue with the engagement, do more that the community is seeking for, that will serve as a redress to many of the issues we have. The training process, the company now should be more involved with training our people, our women. There are single women here, a lot of single women here, there are a lot of widows here, there are a lot of women that don't have men, that have lost their husbands, that are not doing anything, that are vulnerable. And so we asking, there are men here who are also vulnerable, that are not doing anything. We're asking management to provide a training opportunity so that most of our men, if not all, but most of our men and women can begin to be trained in some of those areas, cream, excavator, front loader, and stuff like that, in other skills area, so that if those jobs comes out from in the face, we can have the opportunity to have them, being sent in the face to be able to work, to make a livelihood for them.
Okay.
Again,
thank you.
I want to say thank you for the opportunity.
Let's take the
Thank you, Honorable Janeke. Thank you so much.
We will be speaking of the youth change subsequently. We're hoping to hear from him. He is on the way coming, but let's speak to this man. How are you, Chief?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You listen to everything from Chairman Jenica. Tell us your name and probably your position in the community.
Okay, my name is Musa Fofana, and I come from Lofa County. Specifically, I'm from District 5, Salai District, Lofa County. I come there to seek for a job.
How long you been here now?
For now, I can say I'm like 3 months here, but I came here before. In 2021, I came here, and later I left. Yeah.
When you came in 2021, did you get a job? And have you found a job right now?
When you came earlier on, you found a job first in 2021?
Yeah, 2021, I was opportune. I worked on the mine as a truck driver, and later I left. I went out of the country, and I stayed there for like three years plus, and I just came in. So I spent like 3 months here now in King George.
Have you been able to find a job?
No, do you have job now?
No, presently I applied. I sent in all my documents, but I have not been successful yet. I'm still here seeking for a job.
Now, since like you're 3 months there now, how is the living condition? How is the livelihood of this place?
When I enter, I observe big differences on the security matter, seriously, because 2021, I remember when I was leaving from here, King George had police station, had police here. But upon my return, I came, there's no police here anymore. So I even been asking friends around here, asking them why there's no police. And they thought one of them pointed out the police station there, telling me that there was a protest here and the police station was damaged. So since that time, they are not renovating the police station. There's no police here. I've been concerned about it. And quite recently, one of my friends, I'm just sorry he's not around, he came, he brought a complaint here to us because this is a forum place. Here we that come here to seek for job, we are always sitting here. So he brought a complaint telling us that he was just walking. One Zogo ran to him and checked his wallet from him. He had his money, his ID, citizen ID, and the guy just escaped with everything, like $150. The guy escaped with it. He was even asking us if we can able to help. And now there's a lot of criminals in King George, you see, because there's no police. There's no police station. So the criminal to find it very easy to come in more in King George.
What do you think government can do?
So it's like SOS call now to government, the national government, that they can see how best, whatever the case is or may be, they should see reason that thousand Liberians are here. Some are working and some are here seeking for job. They should see reason that they can come in and see how best they can provide security for the citizens, because the very citizens that are here, whether seeking for a job or those that are on the mind already working, they all voted for the president. So if you see reason, protest damage our police station, you also see reason to come and see how best they can put in place. Police, it should be here. In the absence of police, the citizens are in serious risks. On a serious note, yeah.
Before we can
let me ask you, please. Is there any training facility in King George? Where for training?
I observed that also. I walk and I can locate you from here. There is like maybe five minute drive on the motorbike. There's a building that was constructed at the time we were here. Nothing was there like that, but they built a place here. Said that the information was they were building a place to create a training center where they will be training the youth, whosoever that will come around and want to learn some of the machine operator. They will be training center. The place is somewhere up there. But then when upon my return, I went there, I saw the place. I'm not seeing any student there that are going like to learn trade, anything. I'm not seeing anything like that. So I've been also wondering about it. The building is there, but nothing.
So people will leave you with your overall view as a Liberian. How do you see the government in terms of the economy, corruption, the fight of drugs? How do you see what can you weigh in with the government?
For the drugs also the government need to send in the team that is responsible to fight against drugs. They have to also be a stand on the ground here. Because many of our brothers are also, when we see them, we don't feel happy seeing them in that kind of, in our height, or we see them in our condition. When they are here, I'm sure they'll be able to put stop to some of those things. Seriously, the drugs is on the increase also here. I observe it also.
Yeah. So how you see the government, the whole working? Is the government working good? Is the government doing well for the people, or are there places the government is flopping that you can recommend that they work in?
Yeah, really, my recommendation, maybe the government is working in other places because Liberia, we have a lot of counties, so maybe they are working in other places, but for King George now, there's no security in terms of the drugs, in terms of security for the citizen. Government need to come in. Yeah.
So tell us your name again.
My name is Musa Fofana, and I come from Lofa.
Yeah. Thank you, Musa.
You got a small background on the president. Thank you so much. Let's move on to this next picture on here. Chief, welcome again.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you very much.
Tell us your name, your position here in King George.
Oh, thank you very much for that student question. Mr. the Bosnian Stammer. I hear some Lofa country.
Oh, Lofa Popleneo.
Yeah. Lofa, and yes, another part of Capemount County, and that of Bombay is not distant. You go from your Lofa beaches right here. Yeah, so I came here to look for a job.
How long you been here for?
Oh, I've been here for a month now.
A month.
Yeah.
Since you come here, how is the livelihood? How is the living condition of people here? What
Yeah.
have you observed so far?
Yeah, I have a lot of observation. I came here, I did my own assessment and my own evaluation. I did a lot of assessment because this place where I observed, the issue that have to do with the economic, more especially the livelihood of the people is very, very high. More especially when it comes to commodity prices. Because if the people go out there and pay for commodity, they carry on profiteering. What do I mean? If they go to buy commodity like for 100, they come, they sell it 250, 300, just like that.
The more expensive
More
than it is.
expensive than what they buy.
For something that go mine, so money here, anything you do here, money boy right here.
Yeah, but what become of those that have not started work yet? So we did not survive. We did not. How would they survive?
And you're raising a very important point, because at times if you move from town, you come here, you see maybe something you buy for $50 if you sold for 200, you got shocked. And wow, in case I'm not prepared to get it. But what do you think government can do in that direction?
Yeah, the government really need to see reason to see how best they can bring some journalists to see how best they can do their own assessment, because the economy in this place, as I said, from the onset is very high. So as such, the government really love their citizens. They need to see reason, because we that are here, some of us, we came here to serve for a job. We don't even have money because there is no job in the town there. We from the Montreal, the capital city, we graduated from the Luke in Tenerife. But then, in order to get a job, it's become a very, very, very hard task. So based upon that, we have to leave the city to come here and look for a job. And you come here, you don't even have the farm money, because the process of getting job here is also very more complicated. To the extent that you even go about sometimes, you even go about paying your money at the end of the day. So even get a job, it become a hard demand to you. So to the extent you even see other people who even eat your money to get a job. So it becomes a very, very difficult task. So I want to talk to the national government. Need to see reason, because the way they carry on the employment here is really, really be my imagination. Yeah, they really need to see reason to see how best the rating can be done to Bear Mountain. But Bear Mountain is a good company, but the matter in which they carry on their recruitment, and so me has problem with it.
Okay, tell us a name again so we can leave.
Oh, thank you very much. As I said from the onset, I am Mr. Augustine Slama, a member of the VIP Intellectual Forum, and also a resident of King George.
Okay, hopefully we'll get them back. The internet was doing so well. And we have a slight glitch here. I really wanted to find out from the gentleman how much is a bag of rice in King George right now, and in comparison to Monrovia. So hopefully we can get them back here. Hopefully we can get them back. Interesting. One of the things that really.
So, okay, so
there
back,
we go.
we have the spokesperson of the community. Also, who also talk to us here. Chief, welcome. How are you? Tell us a name and basically your position.
If I am Kadi, commander of MOBA.
You want to take the microphone much closer.
The 8th community spokesperson.
Okay.
Grand Capemount County,
Okay, tell us how is King George, or how King George since the protest, how's the people living here, how's everything?
I think same the protests go on in King George. Really, the protests are not benefiting anything. Yeah. The only thing that in King George now, really we are reserving here, we are from for now, we only depend on the company. Yeah. Really. Only the company we are depending on here.
trying to say the company is doing extremely well for you people.
They are trying their possible best. They are trying.
Is there LEC in King John?
Someone asking, the host is asking if core electricity is here.
No.
There's no electricity.
How about running water?
Like, running water is. I'm not too sure running water is here. You know.
Ask the man. Just ask the man a question. Oh.
I think they are trying to tell you that
Uh-huh.
the protest don't benefit all yet. Yeah. I think the only people that get, because I can't call our benefit, because people lose their life and the government came in and gave them that not their life benefit. They said they only compensate them. So they are not benefit nothing else. So the protest they not help all yet. Ready?
All right, Mr. Chairman.
No running water.
No running water. How much is a bag of rice right now in King John?
So our host is concerned how much is a
25
bag
kg.
of rice currently in King John?
Some people selling, stable price now in King John. Some people selling King John, some people selling $3,600 up to now. Some people selling $20 US. Yeah.
Wow, this is shocking. In King John is 36 from $20. Now let's talk about the health and education and security aspect of King John. How is it?
Ready? King John now. Because first of all, King John not safe now. People can be going to work. A bad for you to work until all can say you're going to work. People will hijack you. They just don't hijack on now in King John. They get net, some weapon, and they can show it to you when you get phone, you get money. They take it from you. So the security system now, where they will not have security in King John. Only the community will have problem trying to cool attention down in King John for security, because there's few security that yet, because no police station yet, so they're reserving the fence. They're not in the town yet.
So if I want to, if I need police right now, do I have to go in the fence to get police?
Come again. You.
If I need help, if I need police help right now, do I have to go in a fence before I can? Is that where? So there's no police in the town at all. Do I have to go in a fence?
If there's an emergency now, do you have to go in the fence to get police, or how do you guys get the police here?
Really, the chairman are here, the youth chairman are here. Anything that happen here, he the one can take phone and call in the fence, and police can be available to come.
To make arrest?
Yes.
And when police make arrest, when do we get the person?
First of all, police now arrest somebody here. Community will always arresting people here, turning over to the company, to the town chief. But always when they turn the person over to the town chief can be available and put gas in car and take the person from here, no problem. But when the 2 days we see that same criminal coming outside. Yeah. So when they come now, then they start threatening people from here. Like, hey, you say, when they came in, so play, I can't come back. So really, they're looking far for us. They are not saving us.
What about the health issue? Because the last time
is there a nearby clinic or hospital
or mini clinic? Or job bill or mini clinic. So is that clinic functioning? Can residents of Kinjoa receive treatment from that mini clinic?
The treatment has really we say dealing with people, they give you people. You kind of pharmacy you get your medicine.
How you happening?
Yeah.
So they what you ever do?
I don't know about that. But really Kinjoa clinic, I know about. The only thing that the senator was trying to do to upgrade the clinic, yeah, because I think people working there now.
Let me ask you a question. So right now, if somebody, if a woman is pregnant, if right now, if a woman is pregnant, And she ready to deliver. Where does she go in King George to deliver safely?
So his concern is in terms of delivery or woman who is pregnant ready to deliver, how where she go and how can it be done here?
Really, uh, the company that you think they are trying to tell you, I say the company they are doing extremely well for all. Because when it comes to that, sometimes when somebody is feeling that it's very, very critical, they can always call to the phone person, they can always say, I'm with them. When you see me, to call at the health center, always take the person to see me. Yeah, when you don't listen now,
They're busting to town. So I mean the company is also aiding you people with their ambulance when they are in emergency time of delivery.
yes,
To take a person to CJ
yes,
and have the person deliver.
So
Just before we
so
can leave, we're not too sure if we'll speak with the youth chair chief.
yeah,
The youth
that's
chair
okay.
is yet to arrive at the forum. It will be too cool for us to speak to him. But
Yeah,
Jeff, before we can leave you, you are a Liberian, and you are observing how the country is. What your own overall rating for the government? Is the government working in your own interest, or maybe there are issues within the government is not solving? And how what can you say to them? How can they solve that issue?
thank you very much. You know, uh, when it comes to Kinjo issue, when it comes to Kinjo issue, you know, most of the time you bring the company, but the company here, they are paying a lot of money to government. And we here, but where the government also, because we elected the government, the company can't the measure here. But anytime when they talk about election, we can always get election on. Somebody should come from here and win. The company today, the only help that they doing because they are money in the area and they play with sitting there, so they are forced to do something for all year. But the government really will not get nothing from the government. The government angle. The company they are trying their possible best. But anything, sometimes when the company not do it for us, we can get nothing from the government side. Very, very, very bad. Yeah.
Let me ask you this last question. People have been saying it, but I'm not too sure that it is true. You have been saying that since this entire protest that led to 2% death and several injury, have the president ever hold a reconciliation program between you people and the Bear Mountain in Kinjo?
Uh, when you say the president, no, but the joint security have been working to job.
All the joint security forces,
Yeah.
the police, the immigration,
Yeah.
everybody are on our road that they came and have reconciliation with the people. But the president not reach here.
No.
The president can't make a job here.
No, they go back. I can't
Yeah.
I'm a president, my man. Yeah, I'm going to make
So just before we leave you, tell us your name again and your position.
My name is Ibrahim MKD, coming here MOVA, the 8 community sport person in job.
Thank you so much. So the so let's talk to this one of the forum head. I don't know if he's the chairman of the forum. Okay, the forum chairman is here as well. How are you, Chief? Tell, tell us your tell us your name, your position.
My name is Maurice Narash Waka. I'm serving as the chairperson for the VIP Intellectual Forum.
For how long you been in Grand Capemount County, Kinjo?
For the past 5 to 6 years now, I've been here.
I mean, honestly, so tell us, how is the living condition here? People been complaining about this place. Things are hard, nothing happening. How's the living condition here?
Yeah, we give God the glory for the living condition. But again, we will still say that we want for King George to improve because King George in Grand Capemount County is supposed to be the I don't know how to refer to it, the key point of Capemount. Because there where the mining company is sitting, and then when you come, sometimes you hear about King George, but when you reach to King George, you feel weak because the main ring, and when you come in, what you expect to see, when you can't just see it. So we say thanks to the Almighty, but again we still need improvement. Yeah.
So if you say improvement, you want to be very direct. Can you point out those places that need to be improved in King George?
When I say improvement, to be specific, like in King George, one, by this time, we're not supposed to be out of electricity. We're not supposed to be out of power water. There are so many things. Like for quota coming King George, we're not supposed to be out of it because it is where the $1 billion is coming from. But however, we appreciate the stage we're in. We appreciate the company for now because before it wasn't like this, and now it's in a stage. So we can't say we not appreciate it, but we're still praying for it to improve than this.
What can you see the national government as well?
Yeah, for my own understanding, I believe that national government just need to work hard. There are needed things. There are discussion with the government and the company. They should try to improve it, at least for the citizen to live that better life that they needed to live. Because it is only national government can push them to where they're supposed to reach, then they can do the necessary thing for the citizen.
Before I leave, let me ask you this last question. Is your representative hands in the cooking jar?
That question you asking me, I can tell you yes, I can tell you no. Because when it comes to that aspect, we are the common people, we down here. We don't know why it's unfolding there. So if I tell you yes, I will be on the wrong side. If I tell you no, I'll also be on the negative side. So I just praying that they should do the best thing.
Previously, I want to be very clear. Previous administration, there were complaints that the lawmakers back then were receiving bribery from Pierre Martin that make him or she couldn't speak up for the people. Currently, is that channel still running? Do you think Mohamed Dosi, Representative Mohamed Dosi, is receiving bribery from Pierre Mountain?
For that aspect, if you ask me critically, I would tell you yes, I would tell you no. Because from the beginning of our representative of district number 2, from the beginning, he pushing. It was fine. People were, glad, people were happy for him. But as time go back, we notice that it's not like that again. I have to be exact. It is not like that. So I can tell you yes, I can tell you no.
It's you to advocate for the people who have gone down.
Yeah, it dropped. We're not seeing it again. So voila, it ain't a cookie jar, it ain't out there, I can tell you.
Thank you so much. Can you call your name and give our audience?
Again, my name is Maurice Mawaj Waka, the current chairman for the VIP Intellectual Forum.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Morris.
So that was the voice of the citizens here at the VIP Intellectual Forum in King George. It was quite unfortunate that we were unable to speak to the youth chairman They've been too busy with a lot of meetings. There are security issues here. They are working on it, so he's heading that particular um, team to make sure that the Watch Forum team is established and begin an active work maybe Monday. So again,
Okay.
Chief, there we go.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. As usual, brilliant, brilliant reporting. Um, yeah, man, you are putting miles on, man. We so appreciate it. The last time we are in Grand County, and before then, well, we're in Nima, and before then, so we are going. But we appreciate it. We appreciate you. For all you are doing, for the many sacrifices you are making to bring to the Liberian people reporting from the scene themselves. Before I have a video here. You are in Grand Capemount County, Kinjaw, right now. And the, there's been a lot of talk about the bombing road. But before I let you comment on the bombing road, I want to show a very short video to the people here, and then I'll let you comment on the bombing road. So this is apparently the bombing road that is riddled with potholes, uh, all the way across. We heard a lot about bombing in the road from bombing there. We also know that this is where the president has his farm, and that many weekends he goes to Bomi to spend a weekend on his farm. And this is the road he travel, no other road again. You're not power banga go low for and come down, so that this is the road he takes for sure, and this is how the road looks. So let me get you to comment on the road condition as you travel outside of Monrovia and then into Bomi and then into Cape Mount. Please let us know what's your take on that, sir.
So especially for Bombing County, you remember the last time when Bombing County when we comment about the rules on the radio. The next day we saw the machines putting undercross rock and dirt uh, in the pop holes, the bigger holes that were on the main road. But it's quite frustrating that the road the president of the Republic of Liberia used during the weekend for him to have a best moment during the weekend, to have pleasure and enjoy his life during the weekend, where he ride to go to his farm or where he believed to be his farm is very terrible. I term it as terrible because it should be one of the pliable road ever in Liberia. I don't want to blame the current administration, but we should also blame the former president, Her Excellency Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She did not behave well when it comes to the bombing road because she do hail from that end, Stephen Jejua. I hope that one day we will take the microphone to Jejua for us to see that particular place. I was even told that now the road to Jejua is deplorable. I don't want to
Wow.
say it all, but I was informed that the road is very, very deplorable. And I'm hoping that one day we will reach that far too. Again, but also the current president need to do something about the road. He need to not just keep on passing the road, putting cross rack every day, but rather take the responsibility, create the whole road, and then place a quota on the road so that the people of Bombing County could be happy too. Like the Southeast, the Southeast is doing extremely well. The road condition in the Southeast now is at least not 100% okay, but at least 80 to 75% liable for vehicles to ride on.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you so much for your broadcasting. We appreciate you. Okay, do you want to give a hint to the Liberian people where you're going to be next, or you want to keep that a secret till you get there?
The rain is already falling, yes.
Okay, no
So,
problem, no problem. We'll let you go. One for you to make sure you keep your equipment safe. We'll let you go, and we will definitely be in touch. Okay. Thank you so much.
okay, thank you so much,
Okay.
and thanks to our many listening audience on the radio. Bye
All
bye.
right. All right. Bye bye there. So that was our reporter Sa Mbayo, reporting there from Grand Capemount County, Kinjo, and he was speaking to residents of Kinjo on the living conditions there, the healthcare situation, the job situation, the electricity situation. Very 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 informative reporting there. Um, um, so we will continue to bring you the voices of the people from around the country. We will now inform you where we are going to be next. We want nobody to prepare. We'll appear. When we appear, we speak to the common people, and we'll get feedback. So therefore, it's not an easy thing to be traveling outside of Monrovia. I think you can see the condition. So now you're going, play your sleep. You got to make do. And but Sa has become a very dedicated reporter on the road. He enjoys the job. He enjoys interacting with the Liberian people outside of Monrovia. He enjoys interacting with the everyday people. So we don't hesitate to compliment him on the work he is doing. Without him, we won't be able to do this work. So, Sa, on behalf of all of us, we say thank you. Thank you for your many sacrifices here. Thank you so much. We hope that God pay you beyond measure, and that this opens doors for you that 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 you are able to realize the things that you want. I want to tell you thank you. So we are coming close to the end of the hour there. We've had a lot of subjects, we had a lot of topics. We don't like to leave without first giving the floor to our audience to hear from them. So James, so if you can go ahead and announce the numbers and see if we can get a couple of callers in, that would be great for this Saturday.
The numbers are 077795959, 077795959, 08818716770, 08818716770, 077795959, 077795959 are the numbers to call. Let's hear from you. This is the program Focus on Liberia on Kear Radio 95.9, and we have been interacting with citizens of Grand Capemount County, specifically in the Kinjaw area, where they have been talking about job security issues and the youth employment and other things there in the county, especially the Kinjaw area, and as it relates to beer mounting operations. So let's hear from you too. Want to hear from you, Liberians in Monrovia, other counties. 077795959, 077795959, 0881 871 are the numbers to call. Let's hear from you.
All right. So let's just conclude on our current events here. And as we wait, hopefully for callers. There is this guy. I guess he was I don't know whether he's a deputy minister, an assistant minister in the government that has been accused of rape. Has he been arrested yet? Has he been arrested yet and charged, or is he still a free man?
Yeah. He has not been arrested yet.
Wow. Okay. I know the police director had held a press conference and tried to explain why that was the case. That he had not been arrested yet. There were people who agree with him, and then again there were many people who disagreed. And the reason why these stories are interesting is because when a story cut across party lines, then the drug story was a story that cut across party lines. This story too is another story that cuts across party lines. It doesn't matter what party you're from. You know,
Mhm.
there are people who are not very happy with the Liberian National Police in this matter. Some of them are very strong supporters of the president, but they have been very vocal on this matter. Um, so we continue to wait to hear, what is the hold up? What is the hold
So
up?
they,
Mhm.
they, they are calling for DNA tests to probe into the matter to know whether to draw maybe the conclusion of the case to know whether it was actually the deputy youth and sports minister who did act and so forth. But there has been this question about whether if this had been ordinary citizen rather, or just common person, whether they would have done all of these processes before coming up for conclusion or before arresting the individual. Because we have seen this is an open secret that we have seen people being arrested just by being accused.
Yeah.
The next day, as soon as the police or it is reported that you rape a minor, I mean, you are placed behind bars while the investigation is ongoing, and then you will be there until before even trial, they will put you behind bars. So that
Hmm.
means before the police concludes the investigation, you are placed behind bars, and then before you go to court, you are behind bars. So they do not need to go for DNA tests, and they did not need to go for any other test or any other further investigation. But now we are seeing with this case is taking a different trend, and the Liberians are saying this could be a precedent that will be set for future cases
Oh yeah.
because a common man will not want to come or be arrested because a deputy minister is being accused. He has not been arrested. He has not been charged. Nothing at all. He's walking scot free. The president took some actions by suspending him, and he has replaced him with another person, one of Alfonso, I think Bele rather, to that position, but Librarians want him to be arrested like the ordinary person who, when they are involved with this, they are arrested and placed behind bars.
Yeah, it's very strange. It's very strange. I mean, I'm one of those that I really believe in the rule of law.
And interestingly, rape is non-bailable. So
Yes, yes. Rape. I think rape and murder are the two crimes in Liberia that are non-bailable. And it was intentional. People did that intentionally. Um, um, and it's surprising. I remember when the Capitol building was set on fire, people were arrested. Even before they put the fire, the people were arrested, and those people are being jailed since then. And we're almost to 1 year.
mhm.
We're knocking on almost on to 1 year since that process. And people were arrested and put in jail. The fact that, I mean, did they even ask the guy? I hear they say they're looking for DNA. So now just ask the person.
No, but they said according for investigation, he was questioned according to the IG. There were some questions that were asked about maybe what transpired, but um I mean, that is not, according to Liberians, is not sufficient. He should have
Yeah.
been arrested long since. And this morning, I read a report from QFM that he's trying to flee the country through the Water border,
Ah,
there to go Syria alone. Yeah, so that's the development. That's a very developing story, and it has not been confirmed by the LMP yet, though.
okay. All right. Let me ask you this question. Do you think rape should be a non-billable? Just the fact that anybody can be accused.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it should not be non-bailable because I've listened to so many stories wherein people were falsely accused just because they had an issue with the mother of maybe a child. Or, for example, you and a girl be in a relationship, maybe there'll be, even though that person is a minor
mhm,
or they under 18, but you'll be in a relationship and then um, maybe you have an issue with the mother or the mother wants something from you, you're not giving it, and
mhm.
then the mother will say, "Oh, since you're not giving it to me, you're not doing this. I will just accuse you falsely.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard cases of people who are even older or above 18,
Mm-hmm.
because the man is now giving certain thing the woman wants,
Mm-hmm.
they connive, they conspire against him, the community or the family conspire against him, and then they say, oh, he raped. And just within that time, he was sentenced to prison.
Mm-hmm.
And after, I think he spent about 5 or 6 years in prison when he
Wow.
came for the case, and then the investigator went through everything. He was even not guilty, and there was a story told against him. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that there should be due process given to the person,
Mm-hmm.
and though they should be held in custody, answering some questions, but they should not just be placed behind bar in jail until that. And it takes a long time.
Yes,
And
that's another thing.
imagine you being jail for 4 or 5 years for something you did not do. That's time to also it remains on you.
Yeah.
Society sees you differently.
Yeah.
So I believe, though rape is something that should not be encouraged anywhere in our society, but I believe that there should be due process. And because if we do not do that, there are so many people who are being accused falsely, and there are other people who actually did it, but the people who did not do it, I think they are more than those who actually did it.
Well, like you said, you mentioned some very key points here. You mentioned some very key points. The first one is, if you deem a crime a non-bailable crime, then you have to speed up the justice system when it comes to those crimes. That cannot be the ordinary. The ordinary crime, and there's no crime that's really ordinary, but what I mean is the bailable crimes, those crimes, if they take 3 months, 6 months before you get to court, at least you usher. You usher, you home, you working, you interacting, you doing what you're supposed to do. Your life is going on till the court can call you. But if you have a crime that you have deemed non-bailable, then you must fast track that crime. You must fast track that justice system. That nobody should be in jail for 3 months on a non-bailable crime, and they haven't seen a judge. They haven't been to court. Their court case hasn't started. Those kind of things. Because then everybody is presumed innocent until proven guilty. And basically what you have done in that instance is that you have imprisoned a man that is presumed innocent. And so if he is there and before the court trial finish, he be in jail for 2 years, and then you find him not guilty, what does he do? How does he go back home to the community? Who believes in even then that he's really innocent? So it's actually, and there's not just a man; it goes both ways, whether man or woman.
Yeah, sure.
And whether it is rape or murder, I think both, which are the non-bailable crimes, they should be fast-tracked. If you are accused of murder, you should be able to see a judge within 72 hours, and your case should be put on the docket within at least 30 days. But anyway, that's the one of the, like you said, one of the most important thing. The second thing is that there needs to be a harsher punishment for false reporting. If the justice system, if the prosecution, if the justice ministry found out that a man was intentionally lied on, and he was put through this, the perpetrators of that lie need to be prosecuted, and there needs to be a harsh punishment for them to serve as a deterrent. You can't just be going lie on innocent people, and stuff like that, and then they go through the worst, because right now, like to say, my man, when I don't get rid of you right now, they put rape on you.
Yeah. And that's why some people they would rather run away, and then be somewhere while the kids is ongoing than to just be around, because they don't want to get arrested. For example, I'm not listen, and let this be a disclaimer that we do not support rape. What we are saying here is that there should be fair process, or there should be due process for these people, because you can now want a case wherein people earn their reputation for over a year, right? For over years, right? And then you do not want to tarnish or just ruin the entire reputation in a day or in hours. So people should be given a due processes. It should not be because you are deputy minister, you are this minister, you are that, right? Like you're saying, the court should be able to fast track these cases.
Yeah.
And people should be able to see the judges or whomever they're supposed to see as soon as possible, so that if there's anything, they can be released. If they are guilty, let them go to prison.
Yes.
Let them serve their sentence. But I mean, you cannot put someone in prison for they spend some years there already. And then imagine you also go for me for 20 years in prison if you rape, if you actually did act. The already gone 5 years, and not part of the year is all still there. So I mean, you go additional 20, your 20 years, we are year now, so 25 years. Imagine that.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, you want to, because even here in the US you lie on somebody, that big crime. It's a very big crime, It's a very big crime here when you lie on people. It's a very big crime here when you report falsely. Just false reporting. Where you just pick up the phone, you call the police and say, "Oh, I see so and so," and they find out that you lie. It's a crime. It's a crime because the resources that they're supposed to take to run behind the real criminal, they are using that resources to run behind your lie. And like you said, sometimes it's as simple as, oh, you and the person in a relationship. Now maybe the person want you again, or the person going behind somebody else. You say, oh, okay, I'm coming for you, and then they go and do those kind of things. So, but what it does, most importantly, what it does is that it allows the true victim to come forward. So that when a woman come out and say, that man raped me, she's not lying. Because she understands what would be the penalty if she lie. Yes. So you right away the level of believability of it heightens. So you say, yes, that woman not lying, But we'll continue to watch the process. We'll continue to be patient with the police. They have asked for patience. They said they are working on it. They had a whole team that actually working on this case. We'll continue to be patient throughout the process. This is a young girl, a very young lady who was victimized. And we hope we lean on the justice system.
Sure.
To see this through. We're hoping that they can come through with it. Everything that we do depends on it. People are watching, Liberians are watching, parents are watching, young people are watching. There are a lot of young people that have been victimized. They're scared to come out and talk it because they feel when they come out and talk it, nothing will happen. So they look at these cases and say, okay, I will see what happened to the other lady. Maybe if the lady can get justice, then me too, I can get in and stand on and talk my own, and then I can get some justice. Investors are watching.
Yeah, sure.
Investors are watching. So there we have it. James, man, thank you for another great production here. We appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much for the time. To our audience out there, thank you for joining us. On another Saturday. Once again, it has been focused on Liberia with Kear Radio 95.9 FM. We were out in Grand Capemount, and we had a great time. We'll be coming to you again from another place in Liberia. So stay tuned, and you will get that message. James, until then, man, thank you so much for the Saturday. Stay safe, and I will see you again, brother.
Okay, thank you so kindly, and thanks to our listeners.
We are Liberia. Liberia is our home. Liberia people. Liberia.